What's up, guys? Bang, bang. It is lunch money time. While Wall Street is trying to get rich, the rest of us just trying to get our lunch money right. That's right. I'm here with Polina Marinova, Pompliano, P-I-M-P, and she got her shirt on, theprofile.com. Go check it out. But don't forget that BlockFi is now the sponsor of Lunch Money.
Read theprofile.com, guys.
I don't even know the website. No problem. BlockFi is the sponsor of Lunch Money. That means you can earn up to 8.6% APY in an interest-bearing account, or you can go and you can sign up for the Bitcoin Rewards credit card. It's a normal credit card. That is going to pay you Bitcoin back rather than cash back. That's right. Can't not complain about that. Go to blockfi.com/pomp, blockfi.com/pomp. What's up?
Okay, guys. Sorry that we haven't been here for the last 2 days. It's been
2 days.
A lot. Friday and Monday we didn't film.
We didn't do Friday?
One day I was sick. Yesterday I don't know what happened. It's okay. We're
Yesterday
here
was
now.
my fault.
We're here now. Okay.
Bang, bang, we're here.
So when Paul Tudor Jones bet 1% to 2% of his assets on Bitcoin, it was unclear where the billionaire had bought his crypto or how. But in the years since, his firm, the $44.5 billion Tudor Investment Corporation, has indeed established rails for direct crypto ownership. It secured custodial ties with institutional powerhouses Coinbase and Bakkt.
You're going to have to get exposure. And if you're going to have to get exposure and you're a big firm, then you're going to have to do something with these companies. And so Coinbase, BlockFi, Bakkt, NYDIG, LMAX Digital, just go down the line over and over and over again. There's all these companies that are finding out what does the institutional world need, and they're building solutions for it. So it's pretty cool that the public disclosures is what allows us to figure that out.
Yep.
But let's go from there.
Public disclosures. Okay. Clayton, the former chief of Securities and Exchange Commission, said Bitcoin was not considered to be a security at the agency, but this does not mean it should not be regulated. He said, where digital assets land at the end of the day will be driven in part by regulation, both domestic and international, and I expect that regulation will come in this area both directly and indirectly. What is he saying?
You have to remember that the assets themselves can't be regulated. So the dollar is not regulated. Bitcoin is not regulated. Gold is not regulated. The institutions that participate with these assets or support these assets is what gets regulated. What are you going to do to the dollar? Are you going to go arrest a physical dollar? Are you going to arrest a digital Bitcoin or arrest a bar of gold? No. What you do is the institutions that support it. But here's what everyone forgets about this conversation is that the Bitcoin and crypto world is more heavily regulated than any other industry in finance or vertical in finance. What I mean by that is, one, if you're in the state of New York, you have to get a special license to operate. So on top of all the other financial licenses and approvals that you have to get for just being in finance, you also have to get a crypto license. So that is more regulation rather than less regulation than the traditional financial companies. The second thing is that Bitcoin as a currency is taxed every time you use it. If I go use $1 at the grocery store, I don't have to pay tax when I spend $1. But if I spend Bitcoin, I actually have to pay a tax. Again, Bitcoin, the asset, is more regulated. It's more taxed than these other currencies. And so this idea for some reason that Bitcoin is unregulated or the institutions using Bitcoin and supporting Bitcoin are unregulated, it's just all talk. That's not true. And actually the counterfactual ends up being where people need to focus. And so Jay Clayton did a great job of stamping down on all the nonsense around ICOs and kind of all the bad acting that went there. So he should get kudos for that. But when it comes to Bitcoin, we also have to have a serious conversation about it already is regulated. It's over-regulated in many cases. And we probably should be looking at creating an even playing field between the traditional financial system and the new digital financial system.
You're so smart.
I don't know about that. Just go.
Okay. The Sacramento Kings are set to become the first major sports franchise to offer a Bitcoin payment option to all players and staff, team owner Vivek Ranadive said on Clubhouse on Monday. CoinDesk confirmed with fellow speakers on Clubhouse that Vivek had previewed his announcement scheduled for later this week. Wow.
Well, they got anything else up in here? We'll keep going.
What you mean?
Damn, they just ain't going. All right, here's the true story. Vivek.
Ooh, do we get an exclusive? We know Vivek.
I think Vivek will enjoy me telling this. So I met Vivek.
We met Vivek.
2 or 3 years ago. There's a person that works with Vivek named Ian Wheat. Ian was, I think, the director of innovation And then Ryan Montagna was the CTO, I think, of the Sacramento Kings.
Lunch Money exclusive right here.
And I've known these guys for a while. They're very, very forward-thinking. The Sacramento Kings have an amazing stadium. Everything from LED lights to a retractable roof, solar panels. They've got a state-of-the-art data center within the Sacramento Kings stadium, all this stuff. So I went out there. Polina came with me. We spent a bunch of time talking to Vivek, to Ryan, to Ian, to the president of the team. And we basically just went through, like, what are all the different things that they could do? Everything from tokenizing ownership of the team to Bitcoin to mining, etc. Many people don't remember that the Sacramento Kings actually set up a mining facility, Bitcoin mining facility, inside of their data center. And then they donated the proceeds. So they've been ahead of the curve for a while. About a week ago, I had a phone call with Ian and Vivek, and they were talking about, hey, what are the things that we should be thinking about? And I gave them a whole bunch of different ideas. And one of them is, listen, every single team is eventually going to pay the players in dollars and in Bitcoin. They're going to let the players choose. So why not be the first? Now, here's where the story gets interesting. It's simple to give somebody an idea. But what ends up happening, and Ian's been a big part of this, but Vivek is ultimately kind of the driver as the owner of the organization, is Vivek immediately took action. And so that propensity for action is exactly why he is a great entrepreneur. And he said, let's do it. Let's go figure out how to go do that. And so they started to put the wheels in motion to actually execute on this. But what ends up occurring is that when one NBA owner does it, another's going to do it, another, and then eventually the league's going to do it. And then all these other leagues are going to do it. All these other teams are going to do it. And so what ends up happening is similar to Michael Saylor being the first public company CEO to go ahead and say, I'm going to take majority of my balance sheet, I'm going to put it in Bitcoin. Then it opened the floodgates and all these other people started to do it. People started to talk about it. Vivek is going to end up being the forward-thinking, innovative leader when it comes to paying players in Bitcoin. He's going to be the first one to get it done, I think. And when he gets it done, I don't know how many players are going to take some Bitcoin. Maybe some of them take 1% or 5%. Maybe somebody says, hey, pay me all of my salary in Bitcoin. I'm not sure. But we've seen Russell Okung do this in the NFL. I think we're going to see this happen now in the NBA. I know that there's a number of people who, I don't know if they want to be told or not, but he's tweeting it. So I'm going to say his name, Matthew Dellavedova. I've had him on the podcast. I've become friendly with him. And he now is tweeting out things like pay me in Bitcoin. And so you can see the players starting to really, really push into this world, understand it. They understand their careers don't last forever, and they want to understand investing, alternative assets, Bitcoin, crypto, etc. And so I think this is a really, really cool thing. People are going to laugh at it. People are going to kind of mock the fact that an NBA owner is doing this, but I think that Vivek's going to be on the right side of history here. And so it's awesome to see him doing this.
If you work for the profile, I can pay you in Bitcoin.
I ain't got paid in Bitcoin.
You don't work for the profile. Okay.
Must be an unpaid intern then. Okay.
Top auction house Sotheby's has announced its first auction with NFT-based digital artworks created by anonymous artist Pack that scrutinizes our understanding of value. Sotheby's announced on Monday the Fungible collection by Pack will be taking place April 12th through the 14th on Nifty Gateway, which is the marketplace owned by Gemini, which is owned by the Winklevi twins, which there is a great profile in Forbes on them right now. Yeah, that's it.
This is going to be really, really cool.
Sotheby's already did the 69 million.
Christie's.
Oh, that was Christie's.
Christie's did it. Now Sotheby's. Sotheby's is a very old auction house. I think it was 1744.
You think? You saw it right here. Established in 1744 in London.
I tried to test her knowledge. Got her. But I think when you watch this play out, what you're starting to see is there's a blending. Is value in the art or is value in the format? And what I think we're starting to understand is maybe it's actually more in the art and the story than it is in the format. What's the difference between painting a mural or simply having it digital? Well, the value is derived by the audience. And so some people are going to say, I want the painting and the digital thing is worthless. Other people are going to say, I want the digital version and the painting is worthless. So what you're starting to see is you're seeing a transition in the audience and the demand side of the equation. So interesting. And so now there are auction houses that are saying, wait a second, maybe we should get in the game and serve the people who want the digital piece, not just the physical piece. And so I think that you're going to continue to see this happen more and more.
Do you think it was a big deal when like wine started being auctioned off for insane prices?
No.
Why?
Because that's how auctions work. As people show up and the market decides. Should I create an auction house?
For what?
I might create an auction house. Maybe that's what I should do. That'd be fun. Huh?
What can I auction?
I'm going to auction you off.
Anthony. I don't have energy or time for this today. Okay. This is fun. Okay, speaking of NFTs, 2 Coinbase employees have managed to find a heartwarming use for NFTs by incorporating them into their wedding, exchanging the digital tokens as part of the ceremony. Rebecca Rose and Peter Koczerginski say that alongside their traditional Jewish ceremony, the couple also send each other digital tokens as virtual rings to each other. Wow, that's so funny.
I love this.
So their virtual rings now exist on the blockchain for all to see as proof of our commitment to each other.
I love this.
Wait, this is amazing. We got married on the blockchain. How did we not do this? We exchanged real rings, except his is like $17 on Amazon.
My fingers
he didn't want a real one.
Up.
He didn't want a real one. He wanted a show them how it stretches. Yeah, it stretches.
$17 on Amazon, but a lifetime of memories.
It wasn't Amazon. It was something else, and I can't remember.
All right, next.
Anyway, it was $17 though. Next is Ask Lunch Money time. Hashtag AskLM below. We, aka you, still have not messaged Moist. Moist, it is coming. I am sorry. But Alexandria had a great question. She says, what is Polina's skincare routine? Okay, well, so I don't really wear makeup, but I do have, in terms of skincare, I have this face wash. God, what is it called? It's the one with like the bacteria that like, ooh, I'll drop it in the comments. But it's
this
face
is not
wash
a beauty influencer
and moisturizer, and I really, really like the Mario Badescu, is that how you say it? Products. They're cheap. And they're super effective and high quality.
Do you want to tell people what you got me to do finally?
He uses moisturizer now. Aveeno.
My entire life, for all you men out there, real men, I was 27 years old when I met my beautiful wife right here. And she asked me once, how do you wash your face? What do you use? And I had to think for a second. And then I said to her one of the most scary things that she's ever heard. Which was, no. I don't think I've ever washed my face other than in the shower with a bar of soap going like this.
That's what scared me, because he washes his body and then his face with that.
No, face then body. It's soap. It's clean.
Okay, but the thing for men, it's a little different because you don't wear makeup. You don't have like pores.
Speak for yourself.
Whatever. Like you can just like wash your face. It's not as bad. But
no, I never I don't think I ever even knew that there was special soap for your face until I met you.
That's okay. But see, now I upgraded your life.
And now every morning I wake up and I put this stuff. And I go like this, and I try not to get it in my eyeballs.
No, actually, he puts it like war
I do
paint.
do that. I do. I mean, I'm going to go to battle today, so I might as well put on the war paint. Like,
with
let's
some
roll.
nice Aveeno face cream.
And then I feel like, I'm ready to take on the day. Ain't nobody going to mess with me today. I'm going to battle. I got my face paint on, or war paint on. Let's go. Yeah. And then I do it so it doesn't look weird for the rest of the day.
Well, there you go, guys. Now you know.
See ya.
Bang, bang. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Lunch Money as much as we did.
And don't forget, Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi, so go check them out. There's a link in the description that you can click on. I'm an investor, a user, and a huge fan. What?
You're a bigger fan of BlockFi than you are of me?
BlockFi is my second favorite thing in the world behind Polina. They've got 3 products. They can give you a US dollar loan. You can earn up to 8.6% interest on an interest-bearing account, or you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies on their crypto exchange. I personally use the interest-bearing account. There's not very many places where you'll find up to 8.6% interest on a deposit in an interest-bearing account. Go do your own research. There's risk associated, but 8.6% is pretty compelling. So click on the link in the description. Say thanks to the folks at BlockFi. Subscribe to our channel. Like the video. Annoy Polina in the comments. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
And be kind to your friends.